first day in boarding school, nimefika, I got to school around 3 p.m. That was the time we were supposed to be admitted from 1 till 3, but I got at 3 p.m. Nikambiwa, like, take your, what do they call the thing that you,
isanduku, metallic box.
The metal box. Nikambiwa tuweke kwa dorm. Mimi nikaweka kila kitu, hadi my plates, I didn't remove anything. So time ya kukula, watu wanakimbia wanaendea food. Yangu imefungiwa. Mine imefungwa kwa dorm. So I missed food for that day. I had my water next to me. I turned to get my towel. But then I turned back again. There's no water. Someone was stolen it.
Yeah, I can relate.
So it was, oh my God, it was so hard. It was so hard.
But see, along the way, kuja ukajanjaruka.
Yeah, along the way I had to. You
that's
have
the beauty
to.
of it.
Yeah, you have to. You learn the hard way, but you adjust accordingly real quick.
Greetings everyone and welcome to episode 8 of the RL podcast. I'm your host, RL Odhiambo. Another wonderful opportunity and incredible moment to sit down and have a conversation that I believe will not only inspire you, but change how you view the world. Today I'm joined by someone whose life beautifully blends across lifestyle, fitness, sports, beauty, business, and God. From personal growth to content creation, she represents a generation that is learning how to evolve. Ladies and gentlemen, Dorsila. Hi, ukoaje?
Thank you so much for having me today.
Asante kwa kukuja. Yeah, and before we start the conversation, kama kawa kuna kitabu hapo, Chasing Ayana. Kama hujasoma unangoja nini? It's available at Amazon. Join the chase. Yeah, karibu.
Thank you.
Yeah, asante sana kwa kukuja. I'm excited about the kind of conversation that we're going to have.
It's a pleasure to be here as well. Yeah, I'm humbled.
Yeah, tutaanza tu na ndoto kujua vizuri. Tutaanza na your background, childhood, then primary, high school. Yeah, before we come to what you're doing. Sai.
Okay.
So umezaliwa wapi? Tell us about your family, your siblings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So born and raised in Nairobi, Ongatarungai. Family of 6 kids. I'm a middle child, so I'm the third born. Yeah. Then I have 3 other kids behind me. I first went to the first kindergarten I was taken to is called Tom and Jerry. It's still on Ongatarungai, yeah.
Oh, unajua like sije nini? Umekuwa raised in Ongatarungai.
Yeah.
So unajua Ongatarungai vizuri
sana in and out, yeah.
Okay. Ukona any before sasa tuanze kindergarten ukona any memories of your childhood?
Memories.
Ama ukwangi good na memories?
I think in my whole childhood nimekuwa introvert. So there's so many things I skipped to do. Like as an adult right now, I'm pursuing the things that I didn't do as a kid.
Come again.
I'm trying to learn how first of all, don't judge me because I know people are going to be like, how do you not know how to swim and ride a bicycle? I don't know. Yeah.
Unajua sijui kuswim pia.
For real?
For real. Then bicycle. Nilijua kuendesha bicycle nikiwa 4th year.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
So
nilana one day. So
okay.
Yeah.
So it's literally in the same group, yeah. So
but mbona unajua kuendesha bike? Jumini kwa reason yangu nitakwambia.
Okay, mimi reason yangu tu nilikuwa introvert because my siblings had bicycles and I don't know how to explain it, but I just wasn't out there enough, confident enough to interact with other kids and want to know. And then nimekwanga muoga for the longest period of time. So even with swimming, my parents used to take us out to go and try to swim. But every time I try, I drown. And I'm like, you know what? Never again. I'm done with this.
Yako maybe juku introvert.
Yeah.
Yangu reason yangu kisikia. Nitanika wazazi, but nishidao. For us, of course, si kila mtu alikuwa na bicycle. So ulikuwa unapata maybe one kid in the whole estate ndio akona bicycle. But sasa watu walikuwa wanamfuata a lot of kids. So mzazi alikuwa anapenda hiyo kitu. Alikuwa anakuza, usifuate nini, sikufuata ukifuata watu, utakubaia bicycle. ukikuwa number 1. Hey, God knows how many times nilikuwa number 1 primary. Asikuwa baiwa so sikujua kuendesha bike. Na hadi chenye nilifanya naendesha baiskeli nijue ni brongo mdogo. Venye nilijoin campus akiwa first year nilikuwa fourth year. Akabai. Yeye pia kwa anajua. Tukajifunza na within one day actually it's quite easy ukiwa mkubwa utalana haraka. So ni learn na one day or two.
Yeah, I should know.
Yeah. For swimming nilidanganya ati jiachilie tu float.
I know. It's a big lie.
Unajiachilia aje tu jiachilie tu. Yeah. So nini it's normal sijali.
Yeah, so yeah. I think hizo vitu mbili najaribu pursue right now. Okay. Yeah, because right now swimming is a life skill. You have to know how to swim. Yeah, so
when you floods pia ziko. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think those are the two things that I struggled with.
Okay. And
then going forward to kindergarten.
So many
Tom and Jerry, yes. Tom and Jerry. It's funny. It's a funny name.
Tom and Jerry.
I think I don't know if they have any other branches, but it was in Ongatarungai.
I think nimeona.
Yeah.
Nimeona Ongatarungai. Okay.
Yeah. And then after that,
how was life at kindergarten?
It was good.
Ulikuwa na any sibling hapo?
My sister, yeah.
Mlikuwa na amekuacha nao how many years?
Na 1 year.
Okay, so mlikuwa tu pamoja.
Yeah, tulikuwa pamoja, yeah.
Yeah. How was it?
It was I used to cry all the time. I don't want to. Yeah. I used to cry every time my mom would drop me, kindergarten too, like I just want to be with my mom nalia nini, but it wasn't bad. Yeah, after that we went to Kunoni School. Kunoni School is also in Ongatarungai. It's a private school. For that one it was a little bit hard for me because I was being bullied. Yeah.
Primary unakuwa bullied.
Yeah.
Which type of bullying ama ni?
Bullying ya kuchapwa. Yeah, kuchapwa, kneel down.
Students.
I know, it was crazy. Yeah, students. Yes. Yes. Yes, I don't even think.
Mbona unakuwa bullied?
I don't know. I think I was a weakling by then. Yeah.
Bale unaweza kumbuka wenye ulikuwa.
Naweza kumbuka vizuri sana. I don't know if leo sasa wamegrow nikiwaona kama wamechange, when you grow it. But nikipatana na wao sasa
watajua wajui.
They will pay. Yeah, so I don't even, my parents don't even know about this. If they get to see this podcast, they'll get to know that I was actually bullied. But after that, we changed.
You're in class, ukiwa lower primary?
Yeah.
Bullying, so ulikuwa naambia upige magoti, unachapwa?
Yes.
Na unapiga tu magoti, unachapwa?
Na napiga tu magoti, imagine.
But see, you had many older siblings.
We were not in the same class. When you have
like, so unaweza umwambie kuna wenye nichokoza.
Speaking up about bullying is not as easy as people assume. Sasa naenda je kusema wanipigwa. Who wants to look? Already I'm a weakling. I don't want to look like a weakling. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and my sister used to be like all out. I know if I had told her, it would have been another scenario of another case. So I never got to talk about it. Then my parents transferred us to 2 different schools. She went to St. Mary's. I went to Langata West in Langata. That's where I actually class. I repeated pre-unit. I was supposed to go to class 1. Okay. Yeah, so I was in class 1 in Kunoni. Then when I went to Langata West, I repeated to pre-unit. Yeah, so then that's where I did all my classes, and then I did my KCP from there. Yeah.
Huko sasa kulikuwa vizuri.
Huko kulikuwa poa. I think pia when you're in a private school and then when you go to a public school, it's easy to navigate around. Like there was all sorts of kids. Ni rahisi to meet your kind of people. I don't know if that makes sense. But yes, yeah. Yeah,
you tengeneza new friends.
Yeah, I made new friends. When I got to class 8, I became a class monitor. That's where I actually started my leadership.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I became a class monitor in class 8.
Ulicheza any
sports?
Any sports, ama ulikuwa in music, drama?
So apparently we didn't have like really, really good clubs. But time your games, they would call us out to go and play the games. So we played, which was funny because you don't know what you're going to do, but you get there and then you see how people compete. And now you have to copy exactly what they're doing to compete.
So mko mnacheza nini?
Netball. Ukitolewa unacheza netball, basketball, unakimbia, unafanya zote.
Hakuna specialization
no,
all round.
umechaguliwa.
Okay.
But we had the drama was doing good. I did drama for a bit of time but not so much.
And then
yeah,
nakumbuka nilikuwa naogopa hadi nilikuwa introvert tu. So hadi kujoin vitu kama music na drama pia ilikuwa ngumu. Sio kusimama tu and then uko nataka kuongea, but nikiwa class 6 nilikuwa choral verse. Hiyo pia ilisaidia.
Yeah. Okay, I think the only thing I struggled with in primary was my height, because I grew tall mapema. So I could, even when we would stand as a class to take a picture, I could see everyone. I was the tallest, so it really crashed.
Inakusumbua na.
Yeah, it really crashed.
Jiche ni watu wafupi wanapitia. Jiche ni watu wafupi wanapitia. Acha nichomee, ndio tunaweza chomea bishto wangu. Ambutsi, wewe ni mfupi. Nataona hii. And then kuna kwanga ni mimi tena ti. Kuna kitu ni excite mtu mfupi kama kupata mfupi mwenzake. So to struggle na urefu tunashindwa ala.
Trust me, majority of tall people will tell you when they start growing tall, it's a problem when you're not around tall people, because now you're becoming also self-aware. So for me I really didn't like my height, and then I used to get this nickname Mlingoti. It crushed me so much. It crushed me because I was like, why are you calling me that? And funny enough, the person who gave me that name was a short person.
So
seriously.
But toto fupi wanakuanga na nini? Mdomo wako sawa.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, so
okay. Then ukiwa sasa nini primary, kuna high school ulikuwa unataka kujoin?
Apparently I was supposed to go to Nyakach Girls. That's where my sisters went to.
Kondo homes hadi sindio?
Kondo home hadi, yeah. But then
why Nyakach, like hiyo ndo wazazi walikuwa wanataka ama ndio walikuwa wanataka hiyo?
Hiyo ndo wazazi walikuwa wanataka. But then for me I didn't have a problem because I knew I was going to be with my sister.
Okay.
So it was not a big deal. I was just okay. Nini pelekeni too, yeah. But then after I finished KCPE, I became sick and I got admitted to the hospital, Kenyatta Hospital. Okay. And they had to like even give me blood. So for me to go to a school, it had to be a school within. Mzazi anaweza kuja in case anything happens. So I went to Parklands area in Parklands. Yeah, life there was so good. It was so good.
Tell us about it. So maybe tuanze na form 1, like form 1, care form 1, house form 1, like.
Yeah.
Just in boarding.
Yeah, it's boarding day school. Yeah,
so
it was an Indian school.
Ulikuwa unaenda boarding ama?
Boarding for sure. Yeah, boarding.
So ni first time boarding, sindio?
Yeah, first time boarding.
Unatuambia experience again pia ni kuna mashida introvert wanapitiana.
I know.
Yenye watu wezelewa.
Yeah. So back in primary, my dad used to take me to school every day. He used to drive and drop me. So that was a different change. Like, ukizoea kukana mzazi sana, it becomes a problem for you to like, you have detachment issues, or is it attachment issues? Yeah. So first day in boarding school, nimefika, I got to school around 3 p.m. That was the time we were supposed to be admitted from 1 till 3, but I got at 3 p.m. Nikambiwa, like, take your, what do they call the thing that you,
isanduku, metallic box.
I'm trying to, yeah, the metal box. Nikambiwa tuweke kwa dorm. Mimi nikaweka kila kitu, hadi my plates, I didn't remove anything. So time ya kukula, watu wanakimbia wanaendea food. Yangu imefungiwa. Mine imefungwa kwa dorm. So I missed food for that day because again I didn't have anyone to mentor me or anything. Nilifika too late. Nikamwambia, this is going to be your bed. My school used to give you also the mattress and beddings. So you just go, you just go with this.
Tulikuwa tunanunua, yeah. Na bado zinaibwa.
I know, tell me about it, yeah. So you just go with your snacks, shopping, books we also get from school. Yeah, I can't remember well. Yeah, and then just the metallic suitcase. So ukifika, they tell you just put your beddings, unatandika, and then you close the dorm and go back to class. So that's how I actually missed my meal that day. But I wasn't bothered because I was still shocked. It's boarding, it's day one. I'm still trying to see what's going on. So I wasn't bothered with that, but I did miss the food for that day. That night, I went to the dorm. So our school, you carry snacks that will take you the whole term and pocket money. You can navigate around with your money. Since I didn't eat food, I when we went to the dorm, I just opened my box and I was like, I have snacks. So many people came around me and snacks zangu zilishana day one. Like I give it out generously. Like I was seriously, yeah. So my experience the first term was I struggled, honestly. I really struggled. And then
pocket money how much?
Pocket money that I was given was like 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, but that wasn't a problem because you could call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think my parents were just trying to teach me how to also be accountable. So with money, it wasn't a problem, but I still struggled. Because by the time you get to actually call back home to get money, the teachers, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's it with teachers in high school, but they need to understand that there's no one to rely on. Like I'll just come to you, but sasa unataka wasumbukane na wewe by the time they call.
Amko na nini? Rajiseme jamii.
No.
Place telephone booth yenye you could pay and call.
We had one, but it wasn't working. It was just there for like a decoration. It wasn't working.
Ilikuwa tu lazima mnini.
Yeah, lazima.
Kupitia mwalimu.
Yeah, and also in school they have favorites.
Unaweza befriend nini? Cooks. Watchmen.
Our school.
I don't know kwanga nini. Unaambia tu pesa kitumo unampatia 100 ama 200 anakuanga very cooperative.
Yeah, but by the time ukwe mjanja hivyo as a form 1 student you are never that brave enough to approach cooks or watchmen. Unakuanga pia na uoga. That same night vile tulifika dorm, I had my bucket. We had a water problem in my school before they changed it. I think they changed it when I was in form 2. We had a water problem. So I had my bucket. In the morning, people are running to actually get water. So I went with my water. Then when you high school was just stressful. When I came with my water, back to the dorm to get my towels, those things. I had my water next to me. I turned to get my towel. By the time I turned back again, there's no water. Someone is stolen it.
Yeah, I can relate.
So it was. Oh my god, it was so hard. It was so hard.
But see, along the way, kuja ukajanjaruka.
Yeah. Along the way, I had to. You
that's
have
the bit
to.
Of it.
Yeah, you have to. You learn the hard way, but you adjust accordingly, real quick. So yeah, for one was a struggle the first term, the second term, third term.
Girls school kuna na bullying ama
no,
bullying?
Not really. Maybe honestly, not really. I think for someone to bully you in high school,
high school no kuna bullying sasa.
For real. In our school, imagine akukua nayo.
Sasa said your boys. We.
Yeah, so the boys have had several times.
Anakuanga uko ndo sasa nikaona kwa bullied.
Sasa yetu I think kinyetu ta kusumbua high school ni if you're not good with time management. So utaenda ukifanya punishment mingi, but other than that
punishment zenu ni kama gani?
Kupiga duster, kuosha hall. We never used to get hit. Yeah. 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 Yeah, but the first year we had a really strict deputy principal. So there's a period of time where kuna watu walikuwa nanyolewa nywele, but it became so chaotic, so waliacha because parents started suing the school. Yeah, so that was the most that was the harsh.
Mbona be the miss leo mbona watu wengine wanatakanga mademu wenyewe wakiwa high school.
Yeah.
Wanatakanga ikuwe rule.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't get it.
Inafunga like the reason behind it ni nini? To save time ama.
I think I don't know. But that would crush someone. I think that's the intention. Kukufanya tu feel. Because it's part of your beauty.
Utapata kuna mtu jenyo akiwa primary. Then ana join high school then sasa. Hapa lazima kila mtu nyoe.
Yeah.
Hata siku nile safi.
See, there's a girl who came late and she had really long hair. Like ni wala tungesema like they have good genes. Her hair was so long. Alikatwa. Like I think that was the last person that hiyo ilifanyika because after that the parents were very strict. They sued the school. And then the wrong thing that they were also doing is that they would cut the hair when the parent is not there. So no, they want the full control because they know the parents will disagree to that. So that was the last incident. No, but along the way nilienda up nimekata nywele yangu.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the high school lifestyle, and then you're in sports. Yeah.
Join sports Form 1 or
Form 2.
Form 2.
Yeah. Form
Basketball.
1. Yeah. Form 1 I started with hockey, netball, and volleyball. Like Form 1 you're still trying to figure out.
Yeah. Basketball, so umejoin tumeambiwa height ama ni kulikuwa tuna hiyo notion tukiwa mrefu wenye basketball.
No, imagine actually basketball I joined because my coach was called Coach Maloma. He used to follow the tall girls. If he sees you na uende siku moja na afurai atakufuata hadi ukuje. So I'm so glad that alinifuata. Do eventually nilisema tu acha niende basi.
Asikusumbue sana.
Acha niende nicheze basketball. But then again in my school basketball were treated like basketball and hockey were treated so good. Yeah. Wao walikuwa in the nationals. They could like we had morning run. So you'd go for morning run, then you'd have tea anytime you want to have tea. So I don't have to sleep in and do preps like every other person. So I wanted that. And then going for funkies every day. Not every day, but every weekend. Oh my goodness. That is the main reason I settled on basketball. But along the way in Form 3, Form 4, that's when I started to like pursue it passionately because the girls that were in our team were very serious. Like, I didn't know basketball was that serious to me until we went for a national game. And then we come back and people are crying. And I'm like, it's just a game, Like, why are you guys crying? Why are you guys crying?
Unaelewa wangu kisha kuwa ni senior player.
Exactly. Yeah. But then I think I also thrive in areas where I'm challenged. Like pali watu wako comfortable, so that environment I got it in basketball because ilikuwa like you're either good, you join the team, or you're not, you go back to class. So I did try so hard to join the team. I joined the team officially when I was in Form 3, and then in Form 3, Form 4 we played in we competed to make it to the nationals. So we made it in Form 3. In Form 4 we did not make it. That is when I also now cried because it was now my turn to feel it. But it was really good. I really loved my high school experience. I made so many friends. I built my confidence completely.
Nikacha kuwa introvert.
Nikacha kuwa introvert. Nikakuwa ambivert.
Na hii time ushafikiria what you want to do, what you want to pursue in terms of career?
Right now or
like ukiwa high school now?
In high school, let me tell you, in high school, I knew, actually in Form 1, I joined Form 1 knowing I wanted to pursue medicine. I really wanted to pursue medicine. And then I joined Form 1. Hey, now my environment and the things I want started to change. Then I joined basketball. In Form 3, I knew I wanted to be a professional basketball player. Like
Form 3.
People would choose like, what are you going to do in campus? My head, I'm like, I just want to finish and join another team and play basketball. Like I was so into sports so much. So I did see a future in it. Actually, we played against Africa Nazarene when I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, they actually gave me a shoulder dislocation. I didn't know it's the school I was going to join. Life is just crazy. Yeah. But I wanted to pursue basketball fully, professionally.
At least ulikuwa na judge unataka. Me was confused. But sasa ulikuwa na hide pale unataka kuwa daktari tu.
I know.
But sikuwa sure by then.
For real?
Nilikuwa na options mingi.
Okay. Yeah. What was your option? Like, what is your first option? What was your first?
Nilikuwa nasema tu daktari tu. But what I knew, nilikuwa nataka kujoin Africa Nazarene. Hiyo nilikuwa sure of.
Okay.
Yeah, but that is nikiwa Form 4. Nilikuwa sure, nilikuwa nataka kujoin Africa Nazarene. By the time nilifika Form 4, at least nilianza kuwa na clarity. I wanted to join Africa Nazarene. And then nifanya business course.
Yeah, I think for me, I wanted to join either USIU, Strath. Naz was actually my last option. Yeah, because when we were playing against them, Nazarene was just starting to get into the league. So that's why we had the opportunity to play with them, because when you are so for the Basketball Federation, it started with the NBA, that is called Nairobi Basketball Association, and then Div 2, Div 1, and then the top one is Kenya Premier League. So they started with NBA. NBA has also high school kids. And then when you proceed, that's when it gets tough and tough. So when they started is when our school also joined NBA. So that's when you actually got the chance to play against African Nazarene. So the good thing with our coach also, he would take us to Nyayo, and then we would watch other teams play, like Strathmore. Now we would watch Kenya Premier League, KBF, the top league. So that's the best part about being in high school, because now you get to go outside when others are studying.
Games.
Yeah, and you watch. Yeah. So when I was watching, I knew I wanted to like be in one of the good teams that are playing in the Kenya Premier League. So Naz was not my first option. Yeah, but I'm glad in the long run we were among the team who made it to the Kenya Premier League. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay. So ukiwa form 4 time you apply, so you apply Strath na
I did not. I don't even remember. I think I applied so many schools and they did not call me. Naz is the one that actually called me.
So ulieka course gani? Juu ulitaka tu kwenda kucheza basketball.
I don't remember, but it was something to do with business.
Okay.
Yeah, I think BCom kitu kama hiyo. I really don't remember, but I never even got to do BCom. I did business, international business management. Yeah, I think I did. I had put BCom because I was doing business in school. Okay. Yeah, I think I put BCom, but I put multiple schools. I didn't put African Nazarene. Yeah,
but sasa calling letter kakuja African Nazarene.
Yeah, not even calling letter. I finished. I remember I got called in a school in Karen, but it was not cooperative. It was like a small school. But then again, I was so undecided because now it crushed me. I was like, I really want to play basketball. I don't see a future now. Okay. And then one of my friends was playing for Anu. Then Coach Mike, she linked me with Coach Mike. So Coach Mike was like, come and play for us. You know, we are giving people scholarship and you get this certain level. So I was like, I told my mom, and they were like, you know what, this is what you've wanted. Yeah. Because I think I stayed home for one term when other people had started joining campus. Okay. And it honestly it really crushed me. I was so down.
Walikuwa wafikiria nini hiyo team?
I don't know. I was actually thinking of now starting to look for a job and now just getting into the adult life. Because I think the downside of pursuing basketball and not thinking about studies is that when it's outside of the picture, you have nothing left. So the fact that I didn't get a school call me immediately, I was like, oh my God, now what? Like, what next? So it really crashed me. I stayed home for a while. I didn't even want to interact with people. And I think my mom...
Nilikuwa introvert sasa.
Nilikuwa introvert, and let me tell you, it crushed me so much, my self-esteem. Because now I've built my confidence in sports. I thrive in sports, and now it's not there. So... now what? So when Coach Mike actually called me, I was like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Now we can see light at the end of the tunnel.
And then, so ulipata scholarship?
Nilipata, because they give you 50% scholarship. They don't have, nice. We're working on, right now we're working on making it 80% or more.
Basketball pick.
Yeah, but you know now the thing is, what people don't understand is you just can't give like hockey has to come with players, and then they have to present a league, and then they have to show that they're really good in the league. Now that is when the scholarship is being introduced. Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah. So at that time they only had 50%, but I was really okay with the 50%. Yeah, I think I was even okay even without the scholarship as long as I'm playing. But yeah, the scholarship did help a lot.
So you're Gani?
That is 2019. Yeah. Okay. 2018, 2019. Yeah. Yeah, because I finished in 2017.
Okay. So can be a balance balance between campus life and now games.
Games.
How it was. Each time by this una stay to kwenu.
No, I stayed at home. I stayed at home for the first 2 semesters.
Okay.
And then I got a house next to school.
Why? But
so the main reason I got a house is because at that time it was before COVID. Our training used to end at 10 p.m. And you know how Kona, it's very not that safe to live around around there. And then now for me to commute, I used to stay at Pasleza Hill. I don't know if you know where that is. So for me to commute at 10 p.m., it became also a bit risky. So another one of my friends who used to play with in Paklanzari also joined Nazarene. And then for her, she stayed in Gong. So we became roommates. And then we were like, let's look for a house. At least now we're 2 people, we can be able to chip in on money for rent. And
mkatafuta wapi? Kona?
Kona ndo the
at least watu wajui Kona. Most people wajui Kona.
Wanajua na jina yake official, Okay. So I moved outside. I stayed outside. It was nice, but adulting, you know, unakaa hivi kidogo gas imeisha nini. Maisha, but it was good.
Tumbie sasa back to school, balancing now games and school work. Again, it times uko more into basketball.
Yeah, and I was modeling as well. I was modeling too.
Yeah.
So
then classwork of course it affected. How am I affected?
I affected. I think
how are you balancing?
So one thing about sport is that it teaches you good time management. So that's something that I actually learned in high school. So in campus, when I got the scholarship, I knew that now I have to deliver in class. So that's what the coach actually told me. He told me, like, you're going to be given us scholarship. But now for this school, you have to maintain a certain GPA for you to keep the scholarship and keep playing.
Nakaa kama ile movie ya Coach Carter. You watched it? For you watch now.
For what sports?
Basketball.
I think I've watched it. I've watched it. So I had good time management. That is something that I carried from my high school. And then now in balancing sports and studies, it's not modeling. Easy. And modeling, I was modeling as well. So in high school, I participated in the beauty pageant, and it was like Miss Culture Paklanzaria. So I took the Miss Culture role. So that's when I actually after winning that title is when I knew that I really wanted to be a model. You know, just your height and beauty and people like you. I'm like, oh my God, okay, there's something on it. So immediately after high school, actually before I joined NAS, I had thought about it.
Okay.
But now the funny thing is that when things started aligning for me, they all came at once, like modeling. Now I have to go to school, and now I also have to play basketball. So balancing the 3 of them was a bit hectic, but I did manage. The good thing with African Nazarene is that they also had, how do I say it? The schedule was a bit flexible. You have morning classes for the ones for 8 a.m. and then classes end at 4 p.m. So the only thing, and then our basketball training was from 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. So it depends. The men will come if the men come at 4, the ladies come at 6 p.m. Now, the only thing that was now more hard to balance was modeling. Because modeling, my agency can call me anytime and they're like, you're needed today. If I have class, if I have exam, if I have training, now I have to work around that. So I also have really good communication skills, let me tell you. I will convince you to even buy your book again. So I had good communication with Coach Mike, because Coach Mike also understands that it's not just basketball, it's not just books. You also have to pursue a life outside of that, and that modeling actually gave me so much money, like in campus. Right now it doesn't. Now that I'm an adult, I can see the money is not enough, but like if you're in school and you have a side hustle, it gives you money. Like you turn the money on.
How much? What are you earning?
Like 10K. And that is like just one show. You should. Modeling is good. We can dive into that later on. So balancing modeling, sports, and classes. The only downside is now my outside life, my social life is I don't have time to socialize with people. I manage to balance the three of them, but the minute I'm done with modeling, I have to think about basketball. The minute I'm done with basketball, I have to think about my assignments. And my assignments have to come first because they are the ones that are funding my basketball life. So the only downside was actually my social life, because outside of basketball, outside of the players that we play with, I did not have friends. I started having friends when I joined leadership. When I started pursuing leadership, the student council, that's when I started interacting with
student
people.
council?
Yeah.
So nimefanya vitu mingi. Sijui watu. Siwezi kumbuka presidents wa shule. Nilikuwa sijui nilikuwa naishi maisha gani shule.
Really? Hadi time ya debate nikiwa na presidential debate.
Sikuwa nakuja hizo vitu. Nilikuwa nacheza hockey.
Okay, understandable.
Nilikuwa nafanya a lot of things. Sikuwa napenda shule, kwenda sana shule.
Okay.
So again watu wengi wanijui.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, ulikuwa. Mwenye najua alikuwa student council ni Keith. Baadaye but tulikuwa tunacheza kina yeye, so
I think Keith joined after me, or either after me or during. Keith joined after I left the.
Ulikuwa na serve kama?
I served as the assistant director of entertainment. I was working with Oga.
Oh yeah.
Gana
yena najula.
Yeah. So after that, time nilianza ku interact na watu ni time I really wanted to now pursue leadership, because now you have to talk to people have to know you have to look for delegates, you have to campaign, you have to like put yourself out there. So that's the only time I had to like now put another role on it. So
zikakuwa nne.
So it was, I don't know how, I still don't know how I usually manage it, but I have a very strict schedule. So at Leo, after this, I have something that I'm going to do. And I don't like, how do I say it? I stand on business. I don't like cancelling things, because I know if I cancel something today, it's going to disorient me tomorrow and the days after. I think that's how I managed actually to balance time. Having a very fixed schedule and knowing when to put something, when to prioritize something. Because trust me, if you're pursuing so many things, if you're pursuing so many things and you don't prioritize which one comes at the top, you might end up losing all of them. You might actually end up becoming, you have nothing left. So for me, when I was in campus, my first priority was actually school. Then second is basketball. Then third was modeling. Then when the student council came in, modeling was the last one.
But kuna Lepio kwa one of the ads likuwa gani?
For sports or
not for sports? Likuwa ad gani?
Oh, for modeling.
Yeah. Kuna advert. Sikumbuki.
When you're in modeling, you do so many adverts. So for my modeling life in campus, I started with high fashion, and then I went with commercial modeling. Commercial modeling is the one that they put you on billboards, on TV. And then for fashion is just brands can call me, maybe they want to sell this coat and they're like, we're looking for a model who's going to wear it and look good and take pictures. You're just being paid for that. Guys, buy the book. So modeling, I had to go all round because I can't pursue just one. Also, if you want to, how do I say it, if you want to be in sales, you have to figure out how you can be able to sell everything. It's the same way with modeling. If you want to be a really good model, you have to figure out how you can be able to work on all sectors of modeling. So I did have good time with modeling. I'm not pursuing it fully right now, but if I'm being called, you have this job, why not? Why not take the money? So I've done commercial. I've done everything actually in modeling. The only ones that I don't do are the ones that they want skin. I'm a bit reserved, so I don't do that kind of modeling. But I've done a couple. I've done editorial, commercial, fashion.
Unaweza tumbia one memorable moment ya modeling.
When I had my total billboard, because that's because that one I got scouted on Instagram.
Tell us the experience.
First of all, as a model, let me tell you, as a model in Kenya, you get exposed to so many people. People who are also it's Like they're not really scouting you for you to be a model, they just want your money. And also the downside, there's also the bad side of modeling where people get kidnapped, yada yada. So I've not been
mashup boys ni wengi.
Mashup boys ni wengi. Yeah, so you have to also be very, very sober when it comes to what you want in modeling, because people will take advantage of you. So for my modeling career, I didn't get that downside. I was very privileged. And that's because I also had agencies, and then I would counter check before going. I have also strict parents. So I tell my mom everything, and she's like, hey, are you going for that audition? Check if who is sponsoring it, who is doing and this and this and this. So it makes you also to be very, very open-minded. For the billboard that I got, which is, I'll say it's memorable to me because they reached out to me on Instagram. I was a bit 50-50 on whether it was true, because I also had someone email me on a Nike photo shoot. And I was like, oh my God, Nike wants me to work with them. Kumbe, it was fraud. It was not real. So when they reached out to me on Instagram, I was like, okay, what's the worst that can happen? It can just be fraud. So there's a photographer who reached out and they were like, we've been seeing you work with this agency. We'd like you to shoot a commercial with us. And then he was like, send me 3 photos. They usually do that. So I just sent the photos. But in my head, I'm like, it might be another one. Yeah. Might be another one. And remember, in modeling, it's the client that chooses. So a photographer, I can come as a photographer and I can give the client 5 photos of models. And the client is the one who decides the perfect fit. Yeah. So when I sent the photos, I was like, I don't even want to think about it, because it's via Instagram. It's not via my agency. I've not gone to the studio. I've not done any auditioning. So later, after 2 days, he reached out and he was like, can you give me your number? Now I'm like, oh my goodness, you asked for my photos, now it's my number that you want. But then again, you have to be open-minded. So he gave out my number, and then he called me and he's like, I'm going to add you on this group. You've been selected to do this shoot. Like, everything went so fast that I'm not used to. Because like in when you're a model, they put you in a WhatsApp group, yes, but your agency will break down how things work for you. They'll tell you also you're going to be paid this amount, taxes are going to go this amount, agency is going to take this amount. So I did not have that kind of information. He just called me and he was like, we're putting you on the group, you're going to get everything there.
Alone?
I was alone, I was alone. So he put me on their group, and that was like, tomorrow is the shoot. So he's like, you're getting picked at 5 a.m. Everything will be so in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I'm tense because I don't know if this is true. But at the same time, I'm like, what if it's true? Because I've worked before with agencies and clients, and what he was telling me was exactly how it works. So the following day we did the shoot. It was good. It was good. Yeah, that was like the best one I've done. I didn't have to go through auditioning and so many things. Yeah, it's good to know, for people to see you also. For you to put yourself out there, because people will just see your work. People are always watching. People are always watching.
How did you feel kujiona kwa billboard?
It was good. I don't know. I think at that time, when life is going so fast for you, you don't have time to have a bit time of gratitude. I was happy, but at the same time I was like, okay, now what next? Greedy. I'll say I was greedy. But I'm grateful, because it's not easy to appear on a billboard. You know, you see a billboard in Langata Highway, you're like, oh my God, that is me on a billboard. And
so kila mtu anataka kuassociate na wewe.
The downside is that now everyone is going to think that you have money. They're going to say, hey, Dorsila. You have money, but it's not like you have money, like rich man. Not for being generous. So it was a really good experience. I think if I didn't have sports on the way, I would have pursued modeling completely professionally as well. Because you just get paid for how you look and being tall and being able to talk. Though it's not that easy, because I've done an audition even for someone for like taekwondo. Like you go in and you have to you have to jump like you know how to look at taekwondo. So it's you just have to know how to act. It's not easy, but it's manageable.
Okay. Turudi back to school. One experience in it tulipanga true. Nipenda tungelene ni time exchange program, being picked to go to the US.
It was good.
Like, will you apply the exchange program?
Yeah. So we were the first cohort that was taken to, and the first time the school was actually trying this program. Yeah. So it was not easy because now you have to apply. Now you have to put out all the things that you're doing in school for them to see that you're a good student. So at that time...
But at this time, tunafanya a lot. Uko basketball, uko classwork, PGP, sawa.
Yeah.
Then uko student council.
Yeah. So that one gave me an advantage, and I put them out. I was like, I'm putting everything here. But now when I was applying, we also, I told my mom before I applied, I was like, they have this program, because my mom stays abroad. So I was like, they have this program, and then I just stopped talking about it. And then my mom was like, did you apply for it? And I'm like, you didn't give me a go ahead, because also you have to pay a certain money. It's not like the normal money you pay. So your parent or whoever is sponsoring you has to give you a go ahead for you to do it. So I was like, you didn't give me a go ahead. It's like, what are you? My mom is chap. I'm also chap, but now she's chap. She's like, what are you waiting for? Unangoja nini? You should have applied for it. So I applied for it, and I think when they interviewed me, what actually gave me an advantage was that I was in the student council. I was in sports, and my GPA was good. The three things really: being in sports, being in student council. That was it. My interview was actually very short. Then after that, we had our interview. We were actually a really big number. We were like, I think 19, but we only went 2. Yeah, because it was the first time, and then the visas, they get denied. But we managed to get the 2 of us to go. It was a really nice experience. But there was so much culture shock. For someone who's not, I think that was the first time I actually had my first international flight also, because I only went to Tanzania and Uganda. I've never gone past that. So that was the first time I had to now take a flight, have a layover, take another flight. We took 3 flights for us. 3. And that's because we were going to Idaho, and Idaho didn't have like a direct route for international flight. So you have to go to San Francisco, and then from San Francisco you go to Idaho in Boise. The program was so good. It was good. There's difference in terms of how they study and how we study here in Kenya.
Many differences ni kama gani?
So for our undergraduate, you have to sit in class for like 3 hours. That is for their masters. There they sit for 1 hour, 55 minutes actually, to be precise. So if the lecturer wants to adjust it, it's probably going to be like only 1 hour, because the next class has to come in. And they're very good in time. When they say we are African and African timers, I believed it when I got there,
Yeah, African time, I think tunafaa tutoe hiyo culture kwa kile.
Exactly,
Tumekewa kwa mindset hadi tukazoea hivyo.
Yeah, but I think for US and other European countries, the main reason they keep on time is because even your payment and everything, it's just on time management. When if you're late with this amount of time, your money is getting cut. We don't have that in Kenya. In Kenya, I can just walk in at work anytime. My boss didn't tell me, hey, yesterday you came here this time. There won't be any of that.
Licheza basketball while there?
No.
Basketball book.
They have, but now.
Mbona kucheza?
So.
Ama kuna a lot of nini?
No.
Criteria kufuatwa.
Yes. There's a lot of criteria, and then again, if you are a student, you have to have sports insurance, health insurance. Okay. So in case anything happens to you. So now the period that I'm going to stay there, and then for me to actually get that, it was not making any sense. I did have a scrimmage though with them, just a normal scrimmage, basketball shootings. It was good. But now for me to play professionally in one of their games, I couldn't be able to play. Because also according to the NCAA rules, they don't allow you to just come from a different place and then join the school.
Ingekuwa mzungu na ametoka huko kuja huko.
It would have been different.
See pia to tighten our rules.
We need to work on that. But also on our leagues, for you to be a player also, you have to, even if you're new, your name has to be forwarded. But that's easy for us. You see, the coach is just saying that this is the student ID, this. Or if they have to do the most, they'll just probably require you to print a player ID and maybe pay a bit of money. It won't be much again compared to abroad. So abroad, it's a lot hectic. There's a criteria that you actually have to follow. There's also, they're very professional, actually. I'll just say it that way. They're very professional when it comes to sports, because for them also, there's a period of time the league doesn't allow people to train.
Okay.
For us, we just have scrimmages and do whatever. We can't even train. But for them, there's a specific period of time they don't let the
Why?
teams.
So your team, what happens?
I think that time is when they're on break, or I didn't get to dive so much on it because I was also like, it was stressing me. I was like, I came all the way here because I also want to play basketball.
Class wako ilikuwaje? Did you enjoy?
I enjoyed it, but I think the only downside is that they have assignments like every day. For us, we have assignments. No, there's actually 2 classes. I had to read novels often, because now you get this week you're doing this novel, next week you're doing another novel. I was like, oh my god, I'm so done, take me back home. I'm so done. The best thing about it though is that they have extra credits.
Okay.
So if I get my CAT results and I see that they're not good, or if I do my exam and I see that my score is not good, at the portal there are extra assignments that I can do, and it will boost. Like, that's crazy, right? Yeah.
I want a soup.
No, very rare for you to hear anything like that. Yeah. So they have extra credits, and then when you do it, your GPA might even go to 4. Yeah,
that's nice. That's nice.
Very nice. Yeah. So I think that was what was different. Food. Oh my god, food in Africa is good, because as we have organic food, for them for you to have organic food, it's expensive. For you to eat fats and junk, it's cheap. That's it. That's the difference. Because here in Kenya, for you to eat junk, it's expensive.
Yeah.
For you to I can just look and buy my burger for 20 bob. It's very affordable. Yeah. So there, for you to get organic food, they have like specific supermarkets for organic food only. It's not affordable. Or if you want to eat really good organic African foods, you have to hang around Asians, Mexicans. That's the only way that you get to like eat good food. Yeah. But the food itself, I was a bit shocked, and I'll say this, I have this experience that I keep thinking about, because we had a time where we could actually introduce our foods. Like every Saturday we had an international dinner. So if we have Chinese people, they make their Chinese food. We have Kenyans, they make their Kenyan food.
Mlikuwa Kenya sangapi?
Kenyans, we were 2, and then we had another, and Dr. Obado, that's 3, and then we had a Kenyan lady that we met there.
Prof.
Yeah, professor. Yeah. So 4. Yeah. We were 4 Kenyans. Yeah. No, there's another student who was from Eldoret. He runs. Okay. So I think the most were like 6 or 5. Yeah, so we also had our chance to ugali, chapati, nyama choma. Okay. It was good, yeah. Yeah, it was really good. But there's one experience that I was talking about this, actually. We were invited somewhere and we expected them to have food, and we were served sandwich.
Kisema food.
Yeah, food, ugali, nyama, yeah, like give me food. Sandwich. Yeah. But for them it was like a sandwich. And they are very serious about it. Sandwich, and that's what you're having for dinner.
Kuna wenye wanazaumia wakienda watu wanataka kwenda majuu waambie
yeah like hapo kwa food now it's a really different it's very, very different from how we eat here. And then it's also not healthy, but then again you have the choice of deciding what you eat. So I wouldn't say that they don't eat healthy, because I've been with people who eat healthy. I think it's just up to you. If you want to eat junk,
we'll make some new friends huko.
Yeah, I made new friends. The Kenyan lady, every time they come, I have to hang out with them. Every time I have to go for sleepover where they are. I've also made friends, but they shifted when they graduated from Idaho, and they went to different states. But it was a really good program that I really got to grow also spiritually. The difference also with our chapel is that for them, you have to swipe in and swipe out for it to count. And then if you don't do that, you pay You pay.
How much?
I don't know. I had it was like, I don't know, $10 or $8. I don't remember.
For us, ulikuwa napeana tu ID.
Mtu ana nini.
Tuenda
Do
scan.
they still have that?
I don't know.
I don't think so, right?
But chapel bado iko.
Chapel iko,
Sijui
but
kama wana
scanning,
scan
yeah. So that one was.
So na unalipa miss chapel.
Yeah, and then if you want to recover the way they did it for our school, you go to Janigan. For them also, you go for the night fellowship. They scan again.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Mapastors wapata idea. Mtu akimiss church. Alipe.
But so Kenya nani atalipa? Utabaki na kanisa yako hivyo empty. Hata utakuwa kwa news ukijaribu hiyo mchezo.
Badala kugongwa nini? Badala kugongwa na pastors fake.
Yeah.
Ulipo kikosa kwenda kanisa. Sasa wendangi. Actually wanakusaidia. Okay, then now coming back to Kenya.
Coming back now, you also get a reverse culture shock because now you're back to reality.
Sasa ulishazoea huko sasa unarudi huko na shindwa mnaishaje huko.
Unakaaje? And then for there people are, how do you say, cautious and they're kind. Not everyone, but majority of them. They try to create an environment. Trust me on that.
Yes, nakumbuka sasa unarudi hapa unapatana na hapa matatu nini conductors wa matatu wanakuchoose for no reason.
Was it the difference is crazy. It's so crazy. I think when I came back, what I struggled with most is interaction, and not in a bad way, but like interacting there with strangers is way easy than here in Africa. Here in Africa, I have to worry about so many things. You might steal from me, you might be rude. There's so many things to be cautious about. But on the other side,
change accent.
Yeah. When I got there, the way I'm speaking right now, when I speak to white people, the white Americans, my accent is Kenyan accent. So when you get there, you get corrected on certain words. And then there's certain words that I also had to adjust on. Because in Kenya, we are used to Marvin, the Marvin. Now for there, they call it a beanie. And there's a time I lost mine. So I was trying to explain to her, I'm like, my Marvin, I've left my Marvin. And then she's like, no, we don't call that a Marvin, we call that a beanie. So there's so many things that you actually get to experience, so many difference in terms of language. Sleepers, they call it floaters. We're not used to that. So for the first week for me, it was so exhausting. I was like, I just want to stay in my room because now the communication
language barrier.
The language barrier.
On a strong point. Unajua kizungu lakini bado unateseka.
So it was a bit hard, but you have to adjust accordingly.
Ukiambiwa uchague cha kuishi Kenya, US, utachagua gani?
Any tricky because I think in terms of opportunities I'll choose US. But in terms of a good lifestyle where I don't have to worry about so many things, where I interact with people that I know and I eat well, I'll settle on here. I'll settle on Kenya. Okay.
To move so fast the time pia imeenda. Umerudi and then graduate. Ulianza vlogging when by the way?
A year before, that was like 2023 kiisha. So 2023.
Ulipata interest wapi? Vlogging.
I think I wanted to vlog more because I used to check on people online and I don't see people who are in sports, modeling, like people, I don't get exactly the vibe of the life that I'm actually living. And I love watching vlogs, trust me on that. But then I was like, I can also create something where people who are in sports, people who are modeling, people who want to also pursue the business lifestyle, look good, talk good. So that's when I just picked my iPhone 11 in my room and I was like, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel.
From wanting to do medicine to...
from medicine to now becoming a vlogger. So it's a really good journey. I'm learning through it. Every day I'm learning. I think last year was my best year because now I eventually became monetized and I've been working towards that so much. So
Mom produce over 400 videos.
Yeah, but now I produce long videos and shorts.
Okay.
Before I got to 1,000, I was doing so many shorts. And then I started now checking on my long form videos, and they don't get views when you have so many. Yeah.
Kwa watu waelewi vlogging kama mimi hapa. Vlogging unafanyanga unamkanga, then unaweka kamera, then unarudi kulala, sasa unajifanya unamka.
Na lazima ukwe pia good in time. Ukisema unataka kuvlog ya 6 am, you have to wake up like 5:30 because you're that vlogging, it will waste your time. So you have to know how to work around with the time. Yeah, I wake up, set up the camera, I go back to sleep, and then I pretend I'm waking up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the vlogging side, I'm really learning. I'm still learning. I'm enjoying the editing. I've had so many people reach out and they're like, can we edit your videos for you? But then,
channel yako at least.
My channel is called It's Dorsila. That's also my social name: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Yeah. So subscribe, please. So for the vlogging, it's a learning process, because also now where I'm working, I'm also doing digital marketing. So I'm learning, and I'm trying to be able to learn how the algorithm works, what actually people want to see every day, what you should feed people, because sometimes it's not just about you, it's what people want to see. The only thing you should work on is not getting lost on that and being at the point where you're just trying to impress people. So
then again, another thing unafanyanga ni before tuende to another thing about vlogging, kuna a lot of issues na authenticity. Mtu anaweza taka kuportray life aishi. What's your view on that?
Authenticity, like someone trying to be me or someone trying to copy?
Tuseme sasa mimi nafanya vlogging, but kuna life naishi, maybe I'm then sasa what I'm portraying is the life I'm not. I think what's that's also one thing I'm trying to put out on my vlogs. I want people to see me as natural as I am. Sometimes I'll show up with my makeup, and then sometimes I'll show up raw, no lashes, no makeup, because I want you guys to see that outside of what you see is good, it's not that way. I think social media also might make people live a life that they cannot be able to live up to, like portraying that you live the good life, that you're rich, that you're waking up in Maldives the whole time. That's not the life that you actually live. I struggle so much with trying not to put myself in that. Because sometimes I meet people and they're like, oh my God, you live a good life. Whole time I'm stressed and depressed. I'm like, what are you talking about, the good life? Me, juicy surgery. There's a period of time I went for a surgery, and then I had to stop vlogging because there was nothing I was actually doing. I was just staying at home trying to recover. And then someone is like, we've missed you. We want to see how good life is. I'm like, oh my God. I had to actually explain to this person that I have gone through surgery. It's not the good life that you guys see. People actually show you what they want to. I'll show you that this is good water. Maybe it does not taste good, you see? Like, I won't show you that that's not how it is. So people, the bad side about social media is that people show you the things that are not how it is. Okay. So I'm trying not to. That's not what I'm serving. Another thing nafanya ni fitness. When fit.
I'm very fit. I've actually signed for Nairobi City Marathon for 21 kilometers. So for fitness, I'll say this: when I finished when I stopped playing basketball, I realized I don't have a community, and I really wanted a community of people that push me. So I started by working out, but then with working out, I was adding muscle to the point I'm becoming big, and not in a bad way. I was big I look good, fit, but I've always used to being small. So I started running, and then I joined a running club here in Nairobi, and then in that running club I met my friends also from Nazarene, Akaka. I don't know, you know Akaka? So I met them, and then there are also other friends, and then I built a community from that. So I love running, but now the fact that I have a community, another community outside of basketball, it becomes way easier and way motivating for me to actually run. I think once you become an athlete also, if you're used to that being your lifestyle, you can be able to see there's something that goes missing when you stop. Yeah,
true.
so when I stopped playing basketball, I started running. I was like, before I started running, I was like, something is not right. And mind you, I was working a 9 to 5. So I don't have time, but I can feel like something is wrong. So for me, fitness is something that I pursue fully. I would love to also venture more into it, become a professional. Like I told you right now, I'm working in sports in NU. So yeah, I'm pursuing that fully now.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I think time imeisha, so maybe tumalize na final words, but before final words, maybe what you're doing and your aspirations.
What I want to be?
Maybe in the next like 5 years.
Okay.
Then tutakam to review kama ulizi achieve.
Okay. So currently I am working as a content creator, mostly doing YouTube and my socials. I'm also working in corporate life. I'm a business admin and I also work in digital marketing. I am a fitness and sports enthusiast. I love sports. Currently the alumni sports chair of African Nazarene. And finally, I'm also into beauty. Yeah. For all the girls who want to know how to look good, talk good, represent yourself so well, please follow my account. Yeah.
Okay.
In the next 5 years, where do I see myself? I see myself working in sports still, because I want to pursue that. If I'm not playing sports, I will be working in sports. I see myself as an entrepreneur. I don't see myself working 9 to 5 forever.
Amen.
Yeah, amen. And then I see myself as a full-time content creator. Yeah,
perfect.
So I'll come back and check.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate episode 8 of the RL podcast. Until next time.
Thank you.